What's up, guys? Motivation Monday, episode 12 is in session. So, today I want to talk about a little something called leaving things behind, leaving things in the past, and moving forward. The main topic of today is just learning how to leave things behind and carry on without letting it, consume your mind or just ruin your day or, give you negative vibes, give you negative energy, give you a negative attitude. What I want to talk about is because this weekend I went out to go visit my friend Dan and Quaz and all the boys from Bishops, and I was leaving the Red Blacks game and I parked out front and I came and my car was gone. It was gone. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a ride. I'm like, let me just go grab my car. I go around the corner, car's gone. All right, so my car got towed. Apparently, there was a sign that said you could park there till 12. Long story short, it was a special event because of the football game. So my whip got towed, and I was left there, and I didn't know what to do. I'm like, what the hell is my car? And anyway, long story short, it could have easily ruined my night. It could have easily been one of those things that I said, man, and I started stressing and like not going to go see my friends and like trying to figure out where my car is and just tripping. But instead, I just collected myself. I called the number on the sign. They told me, hey, we got your car. It's over here. It's going to cost $200 plus I had a $100 ticket. Like something crazy. It ended up costing me around $300 to get my car back. But anyway, long story short, this could have easily ruined my night. Could have ruined my day. I could have let it ruin my whole weekend. But instead, I still went to go see my friends. I said, I'll go get my car later. It's whatever, still gonna be there. Still gonna have to pay $300. So I went. I got my car later, and I ended up having a great night. That was Friday night. I had a great night. Saturday I headed back to Cornwall. I was hanging with some friends, and it was good times on Saturday too. And then Sunday I went to Toronto on Sunday, and man, I helped run this football camp that was put on by Under the Radar Football and Kingdom Force Football. I'll put their tags below. Go follow them, guys. They're doing amazing stuff with these young boys, and it was just such a blessing. It was just something fun to be a part of. And so now that I got the story out of the way, really I just want to say sometimes things in life are gonna happen. Bad stuff is gonna happen. Stuff unexpected isn't gonna happen, but it's not the stuff that happens is what defines you. It's the way you deal with it is what defines you. So a lot of the things that we worry and that we stress over in the big picture might not be that big a deal. And sometimes you have to take a second just to look back and say, hey, I can move on from this. I don't have to let this ruin my day. I don't have to let this set me back. I don't have to let this hinder me from what I need to do right now. So I just want you guys to know it's super, super important that sometimes you just have to move on. Sometimes we have to move on from people. Sometimes we have to move on from relationships. Sometimes we have to move on from certain feelings or certain ways we feel or ways we thought we felt, but maybe we don't feel that way anymore. And sometimes we have to leave on from jobs or from work, so we just have to move on and go on to something bigger and go on to something better. And they say, keep your eyes forward. Someone once told me that the windshield is bigger than the rear view for a reason, right? Because the goal is to go forward. So it's like life, sometimes things that happen in the back, it's like, hey, we look back like, hey, that just happened, but I still got to keep going forward. And I can always take a look back and check and reflect, but I continue to look forward. I continue to move forward. And that essentially is how life works. You got to constantly move forward. You got to constantly get better. You got to constantly progress. But the moral of the story here is sometimes in order to move forward, we got to leave stuff behind, because some stuff is heavy, man. Some stuff in life is heavy. People are heavy. Sour relationships are heavy. They weigh you down and they drag you down. And it gets so hard to move forward because you're constantly pulling that negative weight, that dead weight around with you. And in order to break free and to move on, you got to let that stuff go. So that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to let you know that, hey, sometimes in life you got to move on. So if anything is holding you back right now, I hope you understand that there's nothing wrong with cutting those things out and leaving them behind. You are not at fault for cutting something out that is going to enable you to move forward. No matter how bad things are or how bad things may seem to you right now, I promise you, as you keep moving forward, there are better things ahead. And if you leave that negative energy aside and you leave it behind and you push past it and you move forward, you're going to be a lot happier. You're going to have a lot more energy. You're going to be a lot more fun to be around. And you're going to meet new people and you're going to do more exciting things and you're going to build new exciting relationships. But sometimes you have to leave the old, poisonous, toxic stuff that's dragging you down behind. That's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for your support. I'm hearing a lot of great feedback about these Motivation Mondays. They're definitely not stopping anytime soon. Remember, life is a blessing. Make sure that you continue to make the best of it and continue moving forward.